What's going on? Just wanted to do a quick little video here about the default chat settings. I noticed that a lot of people, whether new or some veteran players, aren't always exactly responsive in the guild chat and alliance chat. A lot of times we'll be hosting events, and it benefits the other players more than it actually does us. But the turnouts are very low. We don't get any responses. And I think part of that is due to maybe the default chat settings. Maybe not everybody knows how to manipulate them. So I'm gonna just go over that really quickly for everybody. So as you can see here, I'm under the social tab right now. You can switch between default, which this will show the social aspects, but it also shows, as you see in yellow there, like I'm in the queue, my items were successfully posted, stuff like that. And then you have your log. Now this one can get a little bit crazy. As you can see, I'm not in combat, I'm just standing here, but anything around you is going to be recorded here. But if you are in the stronghold and you're testing out maybe different companions or different weapons and stuff like that, this is a helpful tab to show the damage. Also, as you're scrolling up and down through this, just a side note, you can just hold down the share button to do a screenshot, and sometimes that's easier than trying to scroll back up and finding exactly what you're looking for. You can just screenshot that and come back to it later. Come back to it later. Moving back to the social chat here, what I really wanted to go over today is just when you're in your chat, if you press menu, you can go down to configure channel social. Right now, this is where you can turn on or you can turn off all the different chats in the game, right? So literally friend, notify, group, guild officer, alliance. I always have these turned on. I suggest as well, like your guild and alliance chat, definitely always keep those turned on. Loot rolls, match, neighborhood notify aren't super important. Match is kind of nice because let's say you're in a 10-man dungeon, you're in one of the trials or something like that. This will actually communicate to the entire party, everybody in the dungeon, rather than just the people in your group. And instead of using zone, it's only the people in your actual instance, your zone, that can see it, rather than anybody that's in, for example, Demogorgon or Tiamat. So that's kind of useful there. Queue group, this is nice for if you're in a queue, maybe they're not in your guild, maybe they're not in your actual group, your party or whatever. This is a good way to communicate with anybody that's in your queue group. And then you have raid. Raid's very, very similar to the match. I believe the match, you can only see it if you're inside an instance, whereas if you're in a queue group, I believe you can still see the raid. But moving forward, say this is obviously if you're just standing out there and you just want to talk to the people around you. Tell, these are like private messages. And then you have your trade chat and your zone chat. So this is what I wanted to say. As you can see, depending on what area you're in, if it's densely populated, if you're in Protector's Enclave, I'm in Avernus right now, you might be in the Citadel, you could be in Point 9 Zaru, wherever you may be, it could be a very active chat. So let's say I walk away for a couple seconds, or even if I'm just trying to communicate with my guild or alliance right now, you can see this chat is moving very, very quickly, right? Actually, it's pretty slow right now, which is saying something, because that thing can exactly like that. It can just zoom up, and it's easy to get lost. And I think this is where a lot of players don't see the alliance or the guild members communicating with them. So what we're here to do today is just to show you. You can go to your configure channels. I'm gonna go all the way back down, and I'm going to turn them off. Turn off the trade, and I'm going to turn off the zone chat. Now, because I don't have much going on right now on the alliance, it's kind of early for everybody. You're not going to see a lot of text, but as you can see, anything that they had said since I logged on, it's going to show here, rather than going all the way back. Again, if you look, trying to scroll back up when you have the zone and you have like the trade chat turned on, it's almost impossible because it's constantly refreshing. So I keep these turned off. Same when you come up here to looking for group. This is another one that can get kind of messy. So again, it's very, very simple to just turn them off, and it's easier to keep track of your guild and your alliance. One last thing I will note is that if you're like me, I'm colorblind, right? So like this green and this green look very, very similar to me. You can always come in here and press triangle. You can change the color to whatever you like, whatever suits you, whatever is easier for you to see, whatever you think is prettier, cooler, it doesn't matter. But that can be very handy because, like I said, alliance, guild, and guild officer are different shades of green. Your group and your queue group could be similar by default, so you have a lot of options in there to customize it. So